Marvel's Avengers: Infinity War is scheduled for May 2018. It seems like it'll be a massive, epic, worthy finale for the Marvel Cinematic Universe's first decade, as all the Marvel superheroes face off against the menace of Thanos. And make no mistake, just like in the comic books Infinity War is based on, plenty of characters are likely to die in the galactic fight. So who will be sent into the great beyond? Here are some Marvel superheroes that won't survive Avengers: Infinity War. Iron Man. Ever since he went through that portal in Avengers, Tony Stark has been plagued with visions of an alien invasion, courtesy of Thanos. Everything he's done since has been in response to this threat, so it would only be fitting for Iron Man to meet his end stopping Thanos. There are solid story reasons for killing him off, but there are some real-world reasons too. Robert Downey Jr. may be the cornerstone of the MCU, but he's also costing Marvel a mint. $40 million for Captain America: Civil War, $50 million for the Avengers, and a whopping $75 million for Iron Man 3. He's also in his 50s, making him a bit old for the superhero scene. And with at least 9 Marvel movies in 10 years under his belt, he may finally want to move on to something else. Don't worry though, even if Tony Stark dies, the armor can be filled by someone else, allowing Marvel to have their cake and eat it too. Captain America. Everyone expected Captain America to die in Civil War, so Chris Evans is pretty much playing with house money at this point. But Marvel may have just delayed the inevitable by allowing him to appear in Infinity War, where Cap is likely to have a very final one-on-one showdown with Thanos, just like he did in the comics. Like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans has hinted that he'd like to do something else. And like Iron Man, there are plenty of other characters who could wear the Captain America costume if Steve Rogers dies, such as the Falcon, who already took over as Cap in the comics. Put it all together, and it may finally be lights out for the Star-Spangled Avenger. Vision. Vision was apparently brought to life by one of the Infinity Stones. It now rests on his forehead, powering him. In order for Thanos to complete his Infinity Gauntlet, he needs that stone. It doesn't take a math genius to figure out that probably means the end of everyone's favorite artificial Avenger. The good news? As a synthetic life form, it's possible Tony Stark could figure out how to rebuild him later.
If you douse me again and I'm not on fire, I'm donating you to City College.
Well, maybe not. Hawkeye. Even though Joss Whedon is no longer in charge of the Avengers, murdering Hawkeye would be perfectly in keeping with Whedon's penchant for killing off the beloved everyman character in order to jerk around audience emotions. It worked to great effect with Agent Coulson's death in Avengers, and now that Hawkeye has been given a sympathetic and meaty role as family man and heart of the team in Avengers: Age of Ultron, it makes him the perfect candidate to get killed, for real this time.
You didn't see that coming.
Peter Quill, Star-Lord. As the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy, it's pretty much a guarantee that Peter Quill is going to face off against Thanos. And like most heroes who have faced Thanos in the comics, their previous encounters did not go all that well for Star-Lord. In fact, in one story, he deliberately sacrificed himself in order to stop Thanos. So don't be surprised if you see that play out on the big screen as well. Especially since Chris Pratt has become such a massive movie star that Marvel may not want to pay his inflated rate once his contract is up at the end of Avengers 4. Thor. As the most informed member of the Avengers when it comes to intergalactic matters, Thor is aware of the Infinity Stones, so he'll probably be a key player in Infinity War, and as one of the strongest heroes on the roster, you'd have to think he'll get a chance to go toe-to-toe with Thanos. Thing is, as we've seen from the comics, that typically doesn't end well. Plus, Chris Hemsworth has already revealed that the 4th Avengers film is the final movie in his contract with Marvel.
I'm 3 films away from that happening. I've got Avengers 3 and 4, and I've got Thor 3.
It would make sense to kill Thor off and make room for the next phase of Marvel heroes. He's not really contributing much anyhow.
I'm not up to much at the moment. What are you doing later?
Drax the Destroyer. Anyone who's seen Guardians of the Galaxy can tell you Drax has some serious bloodlust for Thanos.
Your wife and child shall rest well, knowing that you have avenged them.
Yes. Of course, Ronan was only a puppet. It's really Thanos I need to kill.
In the comics, killing Thanos is Drax's entire purpose, and he's actually had some success. But it's usually fleeting, and since Drax seems to be first in line for a throwdown with Thanos, that eagerness could very well cost him his life in Infinity War. Scarlet Witch. After introducing Scarlet Witch in Age of Ultron, they haven't done a whole lot with her. Yeah, she helped kick off events in Civil War by accidentally blowing up that building, but the rest of the time she just moped around knitting sweaters for Vision. Marvel might decide to keep her around because her reality-altering powers give them a get-out-of-jail-free card whenever they want to do something goofy. But if they wanted to kill off a card-carrying member of the Avengers with minimal long-term consequence, she presents a pretty obvious choice. Nick Fury. It's tough to admit, but the MCU has pretty much outgrown the guy who put it together. Nick Fury was the architect of the Avengers over Phase 1. But after the fall of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Winter Soldier, it became a lot harder to keep him relevant, and he didn't even appear in Civil War. If they do opt to kill off Fury, they could give him an awesome send-off, one totally fitting for Samuel L. Jackson. Having him battle one of the biggest threats in the universe, and then ultimately falling to him. Hey, there are worse ways for a superhero to go.
April 23rd, 57, Cape Cod in a jet turbine.
Everyone. Yes, we're serious. In the comics, Thanos killed just about every Marvel superhero. So if Marvel really wants to go big, they could translate that to the big screen. Of course, they all came back to life in the comics, which would be easy enough to do in the movies as well, given the Infinity Stones control reality itself.
You could have saved us.
Still, even if it were temporary, the deaths of literally everyone would make for an amazing cliffhanger. Thanks for watching. Click the grunge icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos like the one you just saw. And don't forget to check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.